This is Robertson, and today is Tuesday, December 14th. We're going to start our exam today, quarter two benchmark. But first, we're going to spend about 20 minutes reviewing. And the first thing we're going to do are the bell work problems. Our bell work problems, we had to change fractions to decimals. So 5, 6, wasn't that one of our bell work problems, kids? To change that to a decimal, you have 5 divided by 6. Did everyone, your top number goes in the box? The denominator goes outside. It's the divisor. There are no 6's in a 5. Add a decimal point and a 0. How many 6's are in a 50? 8. 6 times 8 is 48. Subtract. Add a 0. Bring it down. How many 6's are in a 20? 3. Subtract. Oh, what is going to happen in this problem? It's going to repeat. Now, sometimes on a test, they'll have it like this. 0.83 ... That means a 3 just continues. Sometimes we'll see the answer as 0 and 83 hundredths with just a line over the 3, okay? Both of these are the same answer for this. So ... or a line over it. Any questions? What was one of the other problems you had to change to a decimal? 8 ninths. Again, 8 divided by 9. 0 times, I added my decimal point and a 0. 9 goes into 88 times. 72. Subtract. Oh, this one happens right away, doesn't it? What's the answer going to be for this one? The 8 repeating, or 0.8 ... Okay? Any questions on how to do these? What was the last one? 4 sevenths. Okay. 4 divided by 7. Decimal point. 7 goes into 40, what, 5 times? Subtract. Add a 0, bring it down. 7 goes into 56 times. 7 times, that's a 49. Subtract, add a 0, bring it down. 7 will go into 10 once. 7, I wonder if this one has a pattern at all. I think at this point we can almost stop. Goes into that 4 times. And we're just going to stop on that one. It might go further, but at this point, 5714285. Wow, you worked very hard on that problem. I am impressed. Okay, now let's go back to this paper here. This is what we worked on yesterday. Just a quick review. A recipe makes 5½ dozens of cookies. This person needs to make 3 1/4 times this amount. You multiply, change your fractions to improper fractions, and you get 20 5/8. Any questions on number 1? Number 2, Renee spent 1/8 of the day landscaping. She spent half of that time pulling weeds. You multiplied 1/8 times 1/2 and you get 1/16. Here you divide. Jason has 3/4 a ton of stone to be spread equally into 3 square yards. When you divide fractions, don't forget, keep, change, flip. So it's 3/4 times 1/3 is 1/4 of a ton. Go back and say, does this make sense? Yeah, if I have 3 things that I have to put the stone into, they each get 1/4. Yep, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. Now in number 4, the flour How many batches of pancakes can be made with 1 bag of flour? Well, you divide 22 and a half, which is 45 halves, divided by 5/4. If you would rather do decimals, you could have 22.5 divided by 1.25. That'll give you the same answer, but a lot of times kids don't like dividing by a 3-digit number. Just do your fractions. Both of these will give you the answer of 18. All right? Any questions on dividing? When you divide, you change them to improper fractions. You multiply, add, and put it on top. And then don't forget, since it's dividing, keep, change, and flip. All right? Now let's go to the next page. I think all of you are really good at this. Withdrawal, negative, below zero, negative, above, positive. Profit is positive, drop is negative, expansion's positive, earn is positive, loss is negative, gain is positive, deduction's negative. Any questions on putting numbers on a number line? Just be careful. Nothing's worse than when it says -3 and you put it on a +3 because you didn't see the negative sign. So be careful, okay, kids? And on these, Mrs. Robertson always likes to do her negative numbers. I circle them. You can always draw a number line and go by 5s or 10s just to help you think about it. You all know where your quadrants are. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is the X, that's your Y. Remember, the first one tells you to go this way, and the second one tells you to go up or down. All right, on the next page, what integer represents a gain of 7 yards on 2 plays? That's 7 plus 7, so it's a +14, which is A. Any questions? Now, if it would have said a loss of 7 yards, what would your answer have been then? -14 because on 2 plays. If you had a loss of 7 yards on 2 plays, it would be a -14. That's right. Use integers to represent each situation. Diving to a depth of -60, so you're down -60, and then you start swimming back up 15. So -60, then your 5 is -55, -50, -45 would be up 15 feet. Diving to a depth of 15 feet, and you go deeper another 20 feet. So -15, deeper, plus a -20, you're down -35 feet. Feel free to draw pictures on these. It sometimes will help. Are you all good at locating points? Just be careful. The first one goes this way. If it's negative, you go left, positive up, negative left, negative down, negative left, negative down, positive up, Mrs. Robertson messed that one up. Positive right, negative down. Here you just stay on the x-axis, and then you go up 1. Negative left, negative down. All right, so you're all good at that. On the next page, everyone's good at locating your points? Good. A penguin can swim at a rate of 17 miles per hour. How many miles can a penguin swim in 4 hours? 17 times 4 is 68 miles. Write each phrase. 6 minutes less than when you have the than word, the 6 goes behind, so it's n minus 6. 9 less than a number. Less than means subtract. Than means the 9 goes behind it. So the 9 is there, and I'm just going to use the variable n. 3 more pancakes than his brother. More than. Okay, more than means add. Since it's got the than word, 3 goes behind the plus sign. N plus 3. 5 times as many points. That's just going to be 5p. I'm going to use the variable p for points. 5 times, if a number's next to a variable, it's multiplying. 1/4 the cost of the full price. So 1/4 x. But kids, remember when we're coding into Mastery Connect, you can't put it in that way. How do we write that? Yes. P over 4. That's right. You would do P over 4 or P divided by 4, right? So 1/4 x, or it would be x over 4 since I use the variable x. Are you all pretty good at that? Wonderful. Let's go to the next page. All right. PEMDAS. We're going to replace a with a 3. So this is going to be 3 to the second power divided by 3. Now, on the answer blank, they want the final answer. They don't want this. They'll want 9 divided by 3 is 3. They'll want the 3 for the answer, okay? 15 times a, so 15 times 3 plus 3 to the second power. 15 times 3, 45. 3 to the second power is 9. That will give you a 54. By the way, what would 3 to the third power be, kids? It's not on this question, but what is 3 to the third power equal to? 27, that's right. Now we're going to replace the variable with a 4. This is not 94, it's 9 times 4. Devin, what's 9 times 4?
36.
Right, and that's what you would put in the answer blank. 12 plus 4 is what, class?
16.
Right. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. Any questions on that? Good. Now, find the value of each expression. In this problem here, we do the selfish parentheses first. What's 5 to the second power? 25. Then you're going to do 25 minus 12 next. 25 minus 12 is what? 13? Yeah. So you have 4 times 13 minus 6. PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, or divide, multiply, add and subtract. The next thing I'm going to do is multiply. 4 times 13 is 52. And 52 minus 6 is what? 46. Be very careful on these. Go back and double check to make sure you're doing them right. Now in number 45, they'll ask you a question like, which operation will you do first? In that problem, what operation will you do first? Addition, very good. You're going to do the selfish parentheses. You're going to add. So let's do that. 15 plus 3 is 18. So I have 9 plus 7 times 18 divided by 3 to the third power. Now what am I going to do next? We took care of the parentheses. Exponent, what's 3 to the third power? 27. So 9 plus 7 times 18 divided by 27. Now, what am I going to do next? 7 times 18. 7 times 8 is 56. Carry a 5. 7 plus 5 is what, 126? 12? Yeah. So now I have 9 plus 126 divided by 27. What am I going to do next now, Carter? Divide, right. 126 divided by 27. Oh, let's see. 8? No. 2, 6, 4, 28. Let's try 4. 4 times 27 times 4 times 7 is 28. Carry a 2. 8. 108. We having a remainder on this one, it looks like. Yeah. 16 minus 8, so that's a 4. Is 8, 18. So 4 and 18, 27 plus 9 will give you a 13. And 18 over 27, 9 goes into both of them, 2/3, 13 and 2/3. I don't think it'll be that hard on the test, okay? That one's sort of unfriendly. We have poor Maya's got her head down. It was so stressful. She's like, I can't take that one. All right, let's go on to the next one. Oh, that was it. Okay. Any questions on the problems we just went over? Okay, we're going to do the test in just a moment, but before that, I want to let you know there is a question, number 8. Number 8 is a question on the test that I will grade. It has two things. When you do number 8, it says define a variable and write an expression. Okay, so when you define a variable, I'm going to cover up the problem so you can't see what the problem is. Okay? Define a variable just says you're going to say x equals something. It's sort of like, so when you do number 8, it's worth 2 points. 1 point for defining the variable, 1 point for writing an expression. It is like these problems here. Define a variable, write each phrase as an algebraic expression. I think when we did these, I didn't define a variable. So here, your variable for number 34, I'm going to say n equals France's time. That is worth a point. And then you would have n minus 6 as your expression. So do you see how to get the 2 points? First, you tell me what your variable is, and then you write the expression. And that's for problem number 8 on your test. Define the variable, write an expression. Here, n equals a number. You get points for just saying that your variable represents something. And then it's less than, so it's minus 9, n minus 9. Any questions on how to define a variable? That's an easy point, okay? And I have to hand grade that one. I don't want to be disappointed by you not defining your variable, because then I can't give you your full points. If you get this right, but you don't say n equals number, you only get half your points, okay? And I don't want to have to give you only 1 point when you should get 2. Let's see, that was problem 8. I think you will do okay. Be very careful. The word problems, you'll be fine. You'll do a nice job. You all know how to put things in order. You all know how to change a fraction to a decimal. Now we've practiced that. I think you really will be fine. We're going to go ahead and start our exam.